Yeah, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, over 360, probably close to 370 now. Cop stories, look them up. 3 to 5 minutes, 7 minutes, depending on content. A lot of gross alerts on Vice stories. I was 2 years in Vice. Look them up. They're the most popular. And then after that, over 200 question and answers. Ask me a question on this here, right here, and I'll answer to you directly, and we'll put them on video, okay? So ask me a question. Email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. Now, a friend of mine asked me, how about talking about golf, guys playing golf? I thought, I'll do that. Then I started thinking, well, you know what? Yeah, why not? Okay. But let me preface this. Like I said before, police officers, I know bigger departments, I'm not sure about smaller departments, we take a battery of psychological exams because we're carrying a gun. Public trust, enforce the law, are able to taser people, shoot people, beanbag people. You want to have stability here, so you try to get as many guys as you can that are stable, mentally stable. Sometimes you get a little off the track here. Sometimes the the gray matter gets a little blank spot up there and something happens, okay. I'm playing Olympic golf meaning every year police get together and play sports, and I'm a golfer. So I had this one guy, went to the seminary first, didn't want to be an officer, didn't want to be a preacher or minister, so he became a police officer. It's a stretch, but whatever. Nice guy. Small name when you're playing with him, small name when you're hanging around with him, give you a shirt off his back. The golf with the guy, his long name comes out. He's throwing clubs, F-bombing, everything else. Looked like I say, looked like a Marine out on Weekend Liberty in Long Beach, drunk. Okay, I mean, talk about F-bombs and everything else. Strange. Okay. Anyway, so we went to play. My wife and I went to play with him and his wife one time, and I didn't know at the time that I knew he had some tendency. All golfers do to hit when you hit bad shots in the water. Sometimes you throw F-bombs, and maybe once in a while you throw a club. I don't do that. But, him as my friend, but it happens. Play golf with this guy. Okay. Wife's a really nice gal. Both of them, really nice people. I mean, seriously, literally give the shirt off your backs. But not in the golf game. And then he was trying to teach her golf, and she knew more about golf than I think he thought she knew. So we're in one of the holes, and he stands behind her, and he's talking the whole time how to hit the shot. Fix your feet, fix your legs, and I'm like, if you're what are you doing here? We're on the golf course. People are waiting behind us. Do this, do that, and then she looks at him and she goes, "I'll get it, okay?" And then she gets ready to hit, and he says, he says, "Well, don't let my talking interfere with your golf swing." Okay. So she looks at him and hits the ball. Of course, she hits it bad because we're all learning. We're all just playing golf, okay? She goes into a bunker. So now she's in the bunker. He's outside the bunker, and he's doing this. It's a reversal because I told you another story. She's talking most of the time. Now she's in the golf. She's in a bunker trying to shoot this golf shot. He's talking away. Finally, here's his face right here. She stops in mid-swing, looks at him, and puts her hands up like this far away from his face. He just stops abruptly. She goes, "Don't say anything else." And I'm going, uh-oh, oh my gosh. They're having a family dispute out here in the golf course. So she takes a shot. Of course, he doesn't get out. And he goes, "I told you so." She looks at him, "Shut up!" And then she grabs it and she storms out. And then he walks over because he's he's a golfer, so he's raking the bunker up. She's storming off to another part of the bunker, and she just picked it up and sat in the cart. Okay. Whew. Okay, so this went on for 2 or 3 holes. Okay, and so I don't know how to do this. I taught my wife how to play, and you get to a point where you have to play on your own. She knew that. She's out there playing. You make your own mistakes. If you have a question, ask me. But she's on her own, and she knows that. I know that. I'm on my own. I don't know anybody tell me how to play. He's playing. I have my friend I play golf here. Unless I ask someone for advice, I'm not going to volunteer some information. Oh, you should put the grip over the top. Oh, you should use a 9-iron. What? Get away from me. I'll play my own game. Okay, so. All right, so this goes on for pretty much the whole day. And it's tiring because they're arguing all the time. I don't think they're mad at each other. It's just they're arguing at each other about golf the whole time. How can you have fun in this? Okay, fine. So, so now you move on. When you sign up for the Olympics, there's a whole application, and there's team sports, individual sports. Well, the team sports have a section for coaches, like baseball, basketball. They have all the applicants' information. They have lines for coach 1, coach 2, coach 3, because everybody's gonna get credentialed to be on the menus. Okay. Well, I didn't know this because she was always riding with us, okay? And I didn't like that either. That's because you hit a bad shot and she would say, "Oh, that's too bad." Okay, Captain Obvious, I hit a bad shot. I know it's in the water. I don't need to be reminded of this. Okay? Now try this for 5.5 hours. You want to blow your brains out. And you can't say anything because it's a guy's wife, and she's not supposed to be here anyway. But you don't say anything because, okay, fine. So the year after we broke up, which is another video, somebody dimed them off. In other words, somebody called in and said, there's a lady on the golf course that's somebody's wife, it shouldn't be out there. Okay? So the next tournament, they caught them. They're out. Somebody called, and because remember, you're playing golf. There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts here. If anybody knows about golf, the golf course has responsibility of liability. You rent a cart, you pay fees, you get your bag, and you go play golf. Okay, you assume the risk. Golf balls hitting you, flipping the cart. You assume the risk because you're a paying customer, and that's kind of like, I'm not an attorney, but that's, if you have a passenger that hasn't paid the green fees, is not they're authorized to be on there. If she gets hurt, she can turn around and sue the golf course. You let me on here, blah blah. You can see where this is going. So they're very concerned about having people that have not paid their green fees and or being approved to play on the course because it's a private property. As long as you're not prejudiced against race, color, creed, or religion, you can pretty much dictate your rules. Okay, so this is one I heard from his partner. They're out there playing like the third hole, and here comes a caravan of golf carts. It's the golf superintendent, it's the golf pro, it's the police Olympic coordinator, and the golf coordinator. Here they come. I heard this. They had a talk, and they said, "What are you doing here?" I'm his wife. I know, but no one's allowed here. No one has wives out here. You're the only lady out here. Not lady. You're the only spouse out here of 144 golfers. Well, I'm accredited. They go, what? Yeah. So she pulls out her lanyard with her picture, because we all get photo ID to be on there, and it says on the bottom of her name, it says coach. The guy looks at her and goes, "There's no coaches in golf." And they'll look at each other, and she says, "Well, I got on here. I got their accreditation." She goes, "No, hand me the accreditation pass." "Well, I'm not giving it to you. I'm a coach." So they look at him and they go, "If she doesn't give up the pass, you're disqualified. We end that right now." They're not going to sit there and have a running argument between a husband and his wife and a family dispute at the 6th hole of a golf course. This is crazy. This is cops. You don't do everything by the rules. One thing we do is, as police officers, we do everything by the rules. So anyway, I'm not going to do it. And I guess my ex-partner said, "You're going to have to give them your ID, and you're going to have to leave. Okay, otherwise I'm disqualified." "That's not right." So, well, they're standing there like this. You might as well be talking to that brick wall. They're not going to move. They're not going to. Now you can imagine it stops all play. Everything just stops. Okay, you'll leave or not? And my partner's going, "You got to go. Get out of here." He's trying. Now he's yelling at her, "Get out of here." Okay. And so they put her in one of the cars, and off they went. Well, they bought a new truck. Big old Dodge 10-cylinder, whatever it was, big monster thing they used to use when they pulled their RV. Well, he never taught her this, or he told me this earlier. He never taught how to drive this truck because she's used to driving little cars. So she didn't want to drive the truck. She's afraid of it. So she laid in that truck or in the clubhouse for 5 hours until he got done. She didn't go anywhere. Okay. So that did that. Okay. So his name was flagged. So from now on, he only gets accreditation. Any name or anything near him, they're not going to go. Okay, so that's okay because you don't have coaches in golf anyway. Another little snippet on that end. I had a really good friend of mine that played golf, and he likes to invite us to his club or his group of golfers to places to play a tournament for like a weekend. So I couldn't make it this one weekend, but my wife and I couldn't make it. So he's going to ask my ex-friend, the people that have problems, and I said, "Hey man," he said, "what do you think about him?" He's got it because they wanted husbands and wives to go. I said, "Well, the golf's fine, but he kind of goes off. I told him what I told you. Oh, I don't think it'd be that bad because my new friend is a really nice. He's a Korean American. He was a ranger in Vietnam, Army, highly decorated, good, nice, quiet guy, really nice guy. Okay. So he said, "Well, I'll invite him." I said, "Well, hey man, whatever you want to do." So he invites you for the weekend to go play somewhere. Tournament, 2-day tournament. So the following Monday, we work together. We're back working and we're doing surveillance somewhere. And he meets me out in the parking lot. We always meet, talk in the parking lot. He pulls up and he's shaking his head. "What's the matter?" I should have listened to you." I said, "What happened?" He says, "For 2 solid days, she never stopped talking. He interrupted her backswing. He was throwing his club. He threw golf balls. He threw F-bombs. And he goes, "Was he in the seminary?" I go, "Yeah." "Really?" I said, "Bro, I don't make this stuff up. I'm not going to tell you about some adverse things about someone, and you're going to see him for a weekend, and not back it up. I'm not going to sit there and lie about someone, and then you can come back and say, what are you talking about? This guy's great. I'm just telling you what you expect. He goes, yeah, she was putting her hand up in his face, and she was F-bombing him, and he was F-bombing her. I said, before you continue, let me tell you something I observed. He goes, what? They never really were mad at each other, right? He goes, no, they were just having an ongoing argument about golf, but they weren't mad at each other, which is really weird. You would think they'd get mad at each other, but they weren't. They just, it's like almost like a line seminar out there. No one gets mad, or a debate with Harvard and Yale where no one gets mad. You just give your own opinions, but it's just like, there's no, it was weird because, at the end of the day, they're hugging and having a good old stuff. And he goes, oh, weirdest couple I ever worked with, weirdest couple I ever played with. I said, I told you, man. He goes, yeah, I don't think I want to play with them anymore. I said, well, I don't, because I don't need that. And then I told you earlier, one of my videos, we were playing with them, and he threw a club and went right by my wife's face. Okay, so a couple of things happened after that. We didn't stop playing with them anymore, and when we did play, I think we played 1 or 2 times, we made sure we're way behind them because we don't know where that club's going to go. And I hate to go up to tell a grown man to quit throwing your clubs. You're almost going to hurt someone because maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know. Should I do that or not? He was a good pal. I probably would, or a good friend, but he was just an associate. I don't know, and then the way they're yelling at each other, it's like, I just want to be around this. So we just slowly, my wife and I slowly faded away and not play with him. And apparently he won like a bronze medal a couple years after we broke up, individual scoring. But as good a golfer as he was, he should have won a gold because he was really good. He got better and better as the years went on. He was like a 5 or 4 handicap, which in golf circles is pretty darn good. But he just didn't have them. If he made one bad shot, that's what got him. One bad shot, it like ruined his day. And I play golf a lot. I have a lot of bad shots. Out of 10 swings, you might have one good one and 9. You might have one good one, 2 or 3 medium, and the other 6 lousy. Okay, that's just the way it is. Okay, but he had one bad shot. His head would like that switch on TV where you flick the switch. He would flick a switch and he'd go all crazy. Relax, really, just a game. You're not getting paid for this. Okay, but again, cops, you think they have a little more sense of control, or they control themselves? Not necessarily. We're from the human race, and they're goofy, and his wife is just as goofy. So anyway. So we get Christmas cards once a year, and we just very cordial, very friendly, but it's not like it was. And it's too bad because I'm a pretty easygoing guy, but I just couldn't take that. The talking and the club throwing, the F-bombing. I throw one here or there when I hit a bad shot, but I don't do it all the time. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that story. It wasn't that funny, but it was interesting, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.